Hello and welcome back to my channel, Lady T. My name is Nathalie and this is Professor Layton and the Lost Future. Yesterday there wasn't an episode because I was a little bit too busy, so this episode is just going to be a tad longer. The story so far: Luke and Layton finally come face to face with future Luke in the Gilded Seven Casino. There, after learning of the crisis threatening London, they are suddenly attacked by the family. Following their narrow escape, Layton and Luke accompany future Luke to a restaurant in town. So cozy, so very cozy. Oh, hi. Yikes! What are you doing sneaking up on me like that? You almost gave me a heart attack. Sorry, sir. I didn't think a simple hello would scare you so much. I was lost in thought and didn't see you coming. Anyway, I have things to do. Goodbye. Okay, goodbye. What's the matter, Professor? Look at the ground, Luke. It's wet, right? Or is it blood? Wet footprints, but it hasn't rained since we got here. How come his shoes are wet? I haven't the faintest idea. Maybe he stood in a toilet or something. No, some people are strange like that. Auckland Lane again? Probably. Oh, we have a puzzle, that's why we're here. The Layton-mobile certainly is in a sad state. Poor thing, the tires are wonky and half its body covered in moss. No wonder it wouldn't start. It's been neglected for ages. And I took such good care of it back in our time too. What a shame. Taking the Layton-mobile for a tune-up will be the first thing I do when we get back to our time. But while we're on the subject of automobiles, have you ever heard this one, Luke? From here, a one-way trip to your destination takes an hour. The plan for the trip was to divide 12 people into two 6-seated cars, but one of the cars broke down, so you can only use the other one. Assuming that the journey back takes the same amount of time as the journey there, how many hours will it take to get all 12 people to your destination using one car? Well, I would say 3 hours, but there's probably going to be a catch somewhere. No, that's not true. Because if all 6 people get out once you get there, then no one is there to drive it back. So first you take 6 people for 1 hour. For the next hour, 1 will go back, but there are 5 people already here. They go for another trip back with 6 people, and you drop off another. So it's 5 hours. Because otherwise the car should be driving itself, but I don't think that they are going to mean that. There we go.
No puzzle can stop Layton's apprentice.
Correct, 5 hours. The car always needs a driver in order to make the trip back. As such, it will take 2 round trips and 1 one-way trip for all 12 people to reach the destination. It's amazing how you seem to have a puzzle for every situation, Professor. I'm sure you'll be the same when you get to my age, Luke. Besides, I needed something to take my mind off the decrepit state of the Layton-mobile. I understand that, I really do. So that was a little detour for a puzzle. Sometimes you need that, otherwise we constantly have to go back to that little hotel thing. Where a bee probably is waiting for us, and I mean that's just a little bit funny. Just a little further, look, we're almost at the arcade now. I know, we walked through here earlier. Oh right, of course you did. You mentioned that before, didn't you? Yeah. Hey, you know, there's something I've been wondering about. What's on your mind? Well, a machine that can take people to any point in time would really change the world. And not only that, it could improve people's lives. Yes, it would certainly have the potential to do that. But even though this time machine could do so much for people, you want to stop it from being made? Picture this scenario. Imagine there's this bully who's always giving you trouble. Go on. Now, let's say you had the time machine we've been talking about. Would you travel back in time to when that bully was a teensy 5-year-old and get your own back? Of course not. That would be cruel. Of course you wouldn't, but that's because you've got a good heart. Imagine the damage that someone less kind could do with a machine like that. But I never thought of it like that. You've got to stop that machine from being built. And the other kind of stuff that can happen, yeah. Oh, there you are, Flukykins. How I've missed the sound of your sweet voice. Belle, my name is Luke, with an L. Oh, what's in a name anyway? All that matters is the love we share, Fluky. Don't you feel lucky to have met your soulmate so early in life? I know I do. Listen, Belle, I think maybe you've got big dreams for our future? I certainly do. Now, if only I could sort out this house plan. I'm sorry, you're building a house for us? This empty plot is lined with wooden stakes that form a grid of squares. Your job is to stretch some ropes between the stakes so that a 4-person family planning to build a house here can have 4 identically shaped rooms, using up the whole plot of land. For a straight line across multiple stakes, be sure to use only 1 rope. You need to complete this puzzle using 5 ropes or fewer. So you would probably say... Okay, those are 3. Like, right. That's probably not it. But the way I figured is that you can use... this is a room. This is just spare space. But they can always spare space. You know? And then this is the hallway. But I don't think that that's what they want. Restart. But they didn't say, like, this is a solution. But they didn't say that it all had to be the same size. But I think that with my earlier one, it would have been kept everyone a little bit more happy. Like they would have had a hallway. Nice job, there we are, all the same shape. Did it take you long to realize that the rooms didn't need to be all the same size? I mean, it's a bit rude. Those 2 things weren't rooms, though. They were too small. Oh, how wonderful. That's a lovely home you've designed for us, Fluke. I'm just so happy. Now give your sweetheart a big squishy kiss. Stop making that kissy face at me. Oh, Fluke, there you go again. Every time you get embarrassed like that, I just melt. We got a new car course, though. Looky Fluky. Let's take a look at that. Hey, Fluke! Your bride-to-be can't wait to see you again, sweetie. And I'm bringing cakes. Aren't you just dying to taste them? Well, I think that that's what you would rather do, yeah? Okay, at first we're going up, up, up. And I would say go down, down, down. Heh. Or, wait. We go there first. We go there. And then we go like that. With a little jumperoonie. No, we can't do that. Because if we go here... I guess you can't place something here. Okay, so this is the way to go then. Yes? No. And then you go up. You go to the right. You go with a jump. You go down. You go left. You go with a jump. And you go up. Does that make sense? Oh no, now it's already gone. That's a shame. The plan was so beautiful. Oh wait. Other plan. Do I have another plan? I do have another plan, don't I? Right? Oh no, I forgot something. Yeah, stop the car for a bit. That's what I forgot. Oh, I forgot that. Oh, I forgot something else. Do we have another up? We have another up. There we go. Nobody saw that. Woo! You have completed the cake hunt. No. We won't be doing this again. We do have some stories. According to Future Luke, this London is under the command of my future self. It seems I've become obsessed with developing a time machine and have been kidnapping scientists from the past, that is, our present. If these allegations are true, then stopping my future self is my duty as an English gentleman. We ran into a spot of trouble as we were leaving the casino and we were attacked by the family. One of the gangsters mistook me for his boss and then took offense at my appearance. I suppose my future self, even 10 years older, is still me, so it is not unthinkable that someone might confuse us. Following future Luke's lead, we have now decided to head for the restaurant in the arcade. But still, they know it's not him as soon as they see his face. How have you been, fellas? Word is there was a shootout at the Gilded Seven Casino. Whoa, that's in the papers already? Seems some nutters went in there and tried to run off the day's profits. When the casino security staff got them red-handed, the place turned into the Wild West. What? But that's not how it happened at all. Whoa now, don't shoot a messenger. I'm just telling you what the paper says. Well, the paper's wrong. Oh yeah? How do you know you're not the one who's wrong? But Professor, why would the paper print lies? I hate to say this, but I think the family controls the press here. The papers print what they're told to. Well, that's not too strange. Look, there's the restaurant. Is this the place you had in mind, Big Luke? Yes, this is the one. Let's head in. Luke, do you see that man in black over there? Does he look familiar to you? Yes, he's the one who brought us your letter. Welcome, fellas. If you're looking for the best home-cooked meal in London, you've come to the right place. Fantastic. What do you recommend? I'm glad you asked. There's nothing I like better than an enthusiastic customer. First thing first, my fish and chips are award-winning. There's none better. I mean better. What kind of Englishman could say no to that, eh? Not me, that's for sure. I love fish and chips. And if you fancy something warming on a cold day, I've got you covered. My lamb stew with crispy potatoes will have you kicking your chops. And the lamb stew, har har. I'm sold, I'll have both. Don't get carried away now, Luke. The food sounds wonderful, but we didn't come here to eat, did we? Oh, that's right. I'm sorry, sir, but we have business to attend to. I'll order something later, though. Har har, of course, little fella. You have a good think about which dish suits you. Hi, sorry to keep you waiting, Shipley. Not at all, I just got here a minute ago myself. You've all met before, but I don't think you were properly introduced. This is my good friend, Shipley. He has played a vital role in bringing you and little Luke here to our time. Pleased to meet you, Shipley. Likewise, Professor. Sorry I had to be so brief with you when we last met. Luke here told me I shouldn't share any details until he had the chance to speak to you himself. Don't give it another thought. Luke needed to test us before sharing the details of his plan. Shipley, did you manage to do some Renaissance work in Chinatown as I asked? Certainly did, Luke. That filthy scumbag Layton. Apologies, Professor. I'm talking about the evil Layton, of course. The Professor is aware of the situation. Do continue. Right, you know the towering pagoda in Chinatown? Evil Layton is holding them captured scientists there, apparently. He's got them working like slaves on something or other. So the scientists are in the towering pagoda. That's going to make things very difficult. I heard another peculiar rumor while I wasn't about town. Yes? Word has it that the Prime Minister who disappeared 10 years ago is being held up there too. What? Bill Hawkes. Yeah, we know who he is, thank you. He's been missing ever since the day of the accident. It's been 10 years now. Do you suppose evil Layton might have abducted the Prime Minister as well as those scientists? We won't know until we check the facts for ourselves. Big Luke, you seemed apprehensive at the mention of the Towering Pagoda. What is this place? The Towering Pagoda is the family stronghold, situated among a sea of warehouses in Chinatown. To complicate matters, all of Chinatown is under family control, which means it will be difficult just to get within walking distance. Be that as it may, we need to uncover the truth. Can you guide us safely to the pagoda? Infiltrating a place like that is going to require a bit of preparation. Why don't we split up for a bit and I'll see if I can secure us a safe route there. You go on and head for Chinatown without me. Shipley will tell you how to get that far, alright? Very well. Good. Now I need to get moving. Be careful out there. Crikey, you didn't have half leave in a hurry. We need to get to Chinatown, Shipley. What's the best way to get there? Let's see. Your best bet is to head back up Flatstone Street. As you head north towards the casino, there's a small set of stairs on the right. Do you know the ones I mean? Yes, now that you mention it, I do recall passing by an area that fits that description. Good. Head up them stairs and follow the narrow alley at the top until you hit a path above the river. From there, just follow that path and it will take you straight into Chinatown. You're not coming with us, Shipley? I wish I could, but I've got to stay here and wait for word from your older self. Very well, thank you for your assistance, Shipley. Be careful out there. If you run into any trouble, you can always find me there. Find me here, find me there, find me everywhere. It appears that my future self has set up his base in the Towering Pagoda, located in an area called Chinatown. This may well be where the Prime Minister is being kept, along with the scientists who were kidnapped. We'll see a plan before approaching the enemy base. Future Luke has gone off on his own, but Shipley told us how to get to the Chinatown area. It seems we need to ascend some steps somewhere on Flatstone Street, halfway to the casino. We must be careful and make sure we aren't spotted by the family. Well, there is a guy here, but we won't talk to him then. Lovely day, isn't it? Not bad, I suppose. Days like this always put me in a biscuit-baking mood. The thing is, I haven't been able to enjoy any of them because of this problem I'm having. Would you mind helping me with my conundrum? I'll give you some biscuits for your trouble. Free biscuits? Well, who am I to refuse someone in need? In your stomach. Biscuit baffler. You have 15 biscuits to share among a large group. The first person eats 1 biscuit and then passes 2 equal shares of the remaining biscuits to 2 other people. They both eat a biscuit and both pass 2 equal shares of their remaining biscuits to 2 other people, and so on until all the biscuits are gone. It takes 1 minute to eat a biscuit, ignoring the time it takes to pass them. What's the shortest amount of time in minutes that it would take for all the biscuits to be eaten? Well, 1 minute, like, you could just give them away immediately. But, okay, we start with 15. So in 1 minute, you have 14 left. They give the half, so then we have 7 biscuits. That's 1 minute. That is gone again. And then 2 equal shares, so what do you have left? You have 6, you have 12 left. 12, 12, so that is 3, 3, 3, 3. That's another minute. Wait. Okay, so 12 minus 4 is 8. Divided by 1, that's 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. And then there's nothing left, so that is 4 minutes. There we go, that should be good, or there is a catch. No, there is not.
No puzzle can stop Layton's apprentice.
Correct, the biscuits will be gone in 4 minutes. The diagram above shows how you can visualize the puzzle to help you solve it. This seems like the kind of thing that might be useful in real life, but it's not a situation that arises very often, is it? I've only ever seen it in this game. Biscuits always taste better when you share them with somebody, don't you think? Oh, crunch, crunch, definitely. Hehe, I'm glad you agree. Oh, and we got a sticker. Puzzle. Aw, man. Why the long face, sir? Bostro just gave me an earful of loafing on the job. A cardboard cutout could do better, he said. Some leader, eh? Hey, why am I spilling family secrets to you? I'm not sure. Ooh, think you're brainy getting me to fess up and tell the truth, do you? You won't look so clever when my puzzle stumps you, short stuff. Spot the liar. I'm horrible at this. 3 guys are playing a card matching game using 20 cards or 10 pairs. Boy A says, I matched 10 pairs in a row from the start. Boy B says, I matched 9 pairs in a row from the start. Boy C says, I matched 8 pairs in a row from the start. One boy is lying. Which one? B. Because if you had 9 pairs, then the 10th pair wouldn't be difficult to get. I got it! I finally did one of these on my own! Very clever. B is lying. If you match the first 9 pairs in a row, you would automatically match the last pair. Whoa, that dozy expression of yours had me fooled. You're brighter than you look. We are brighter than we look sometimes when I feel like it, you know. And go here? Sure, we go here. Is there that woman again? There's that woman again. Oh, I remember this scene. There's going to be another moment like this in this game. It's going to break your fucking heart.
Here you go.
What's this now?
Open it and see.
A hat?
For the newly appointed professor. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You're a fully fledged member of the academic community now. So you've got to look the part. Very dashing, Herschel. The picture of a true gentleman.
A true gentleman?
Oh, the little blush. It's there.
No, leave it on. It suits you. It really does. So no taking it off.
Ever. This is your whole new identity.
Look at the time. I didn't realise how late it was. I have to go to the lab. We're running a very important experiment today. Let's continue this celebration over dinner tonight. Oh, and promise me you'll wear the hat. It's not your usual style, but keep an open mind. After all, isn't that what a gentleman does?
Oh, I'm getting so emotional already. If you have never seen this story, then you're not going to know why, but you will know at the end of the game. Did you see that, Professor? That was the same woman we saw earlier, wasn't it? I suppose it was. You seem distracted, Professor. Are you alright? What's that? Oh, I'm fine, Luke. Absolutely fine. If you say so, Professor. Hey, look, I bet these are the stairs Shipley mentioned. I could have sworn that was Claire, but that's impossible. Word has it that the Prime Minister who disappeared 10 years ago is being held up here too. Perhaps that's what happened when the Prime Minister was abducted 10 years ago. Perhaps he was sent to the future as we were. What if all this talk of time travel is real? If so, then maybe that really was Claire. No, it defies all logic. Claire can't be here. Not after that day. A woman who looks uncannily like Professor Layton's old sweetheart, Claire, is wandering around town. Who could she be? It could be a descendant. Do you suppose that bronze statue depicts some sort of local hero? I'm going to have a quick look. Oh, that looks like us. In a strange way. Huh? Look, Professor, the man in the statue has the same hat as you. Haha, so he does. If I'm the man in the statue, does that make you that boy there? Well, I suppose he looks a bit like me. Oh, there's a description of the statue here. Let's see. It seems our friend here was some sort of famous author. An author, you say? Not a professor? Imagine if he was. Now that would be a coincidence. Let's see what else it says. The author used to write big, complicated books, but all that changed because of this boy. The boy was ill, and to cheer him up, the man wrote an adventure novel for people of all ages. I suppose the book was so successful that he went on to write more of them. What a heartwarming story. Oh, but that's not all, Professor. Here, I'll read you the rest. In the end, the little boy was taken by his illness. However, the extraordinary friendship between the author and the boy would last forever. I can't believe how sad that ending is. There, it's not all bad, my boy. It sounds as if the two found true friendship in each other. Some people go through their whole lives without experiencing such a thing. I suppose so. It's still terribly sad, though. Look here. It says, in memory of an extraordinary and everlasting friendship. Wouldn't it be wonderful if our friendship grew to those heights? What do you mean, if? Our friendship is already extraordinary and everlasting. Now, Luke, I didn't mean to ruffle your feathers. You're right, we're very good friends. You're not upset, are you? Me upset? Of course not. Anyway, I think we should move on. Oh dear. We got hint coins to collect. And we are getting a new Professor Layton game too. I am so excited about that. The World of Steam or something it was called. You know, this statue here reminds you of a puzzle? Precisely. Here, give this one a try. Broken lance. Here's a photo of 4 knights with lances. One of the lances is broken, but it was repaired with string just before the photo was taken. Whose lance is it? Of course, all the lenses were originally straight. Yeah. I think it's C. It looks a little bit off. But because it looks like it's a bit higher than it's really supposed to be. Like it looks like it wouldn't be going straight.
No puzzle can stop
It
Layton's
says-
apprentice.
Spot on, it's easy to spot a kink in Knight C's lens if you look at it diagonally from the bottom. That's what I meant. Wonderful work, you're really getting quite good at this, Luke. New puzzle. It's official, I'm a genius. Just listen to this puzzle I thought up. It's a real gem. Brothers and sisters. There are 3 siblings, A, B and C. I have 1 older brother and 3 younger sisters. I have 2 older brothers and 2 younger sisters. I have 3 older brothers and 1 younger sister. Given that all their statements are true, what is the lowest possible number of siblings in this family? How the hell am I supposed to know that? Okay, I have 1 older brother and 3 younger sisters. Okay, so you're one of the older people at the very least. You know, let's say boy. And you have 3 younger sisters. I have 2 older brothers and 2 younger sisters, so that could be you. I have 3 older brothers and 1 younger sister. Okay, so I'm thinking 6. Right, 6 is the fewest? Maybe, or... Yes, I'm getting good at
Few
this.
things satisfy like a puzzle solved.
Bang on, the lowest possible number of siblings. Yeah, I'm not going to read all that. Great. What? He solved it? Ha! He must have cheated. I don't talk to cheaters. Good day. And we did get another sticker. Hello. Let's first look for coins. And now to you. Layman, A real man backs down from no puzzle. In fact, nothing delights him more than pursuing a solution. You there. You're a man, are you not? Well then, don't just stand there. Solve this puzzle. Okay. The mysterious memo. You return to your flat to find a strange piece of paper next to your calculator. Your flatmate must have been trying to tell you something before you left. The note says 101 times 5. What word could your flatmate have been trying to convey to you with this mysterious memo? SOS, because it would be 505 and on a thing that would look like SOS. Woohoo!
Well,
There we go. Playing. They always said in school like this shit. The things that we would type in would never get us anywhere, but look at me solving a puzzle later on. You got it! The message is SOS. When you enter 101 times 5 into a calculator, you can interpret the answer 505 as SOS. Your flatmate was asking for help. At last, an answer. You, sir, have proven beyond doubt that every puzzle has an answer. Excellent work, my good man. Okay, I still think it's a bit dodgy that you look at me, but that's okay. Is this really the way to Chinatown? It's awfully dirty and dark. Does this place frighten you, my boy? Me? Scared? No way, we faced a vampire. I just want to get to Chinatown. Let's go. There's no need to dash off, look. Do be careful, you could slip. Whoa! Ow! Ow, 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 ow! Oh dear, what did I just tell you? Are you laughing at me, Professor? Laughing? Me? Certainly not. Are you quite alright? Of course I am. I just bumped my knee a little. I'll walk it off. Oh good. I was worried for a moment there. Let's go. Puzzle. But first... Points! Don't know why you're doing that, phone. Didn't ask you for it. And then to you. Hello there, little chappie. Have you ever been so bored you could keel over? I have. Why are you so bored? I can't help but to keep looking at your chin. It's almost like you have two faces. Well, I don't have anything to do. That's a big factor. But also, I've sort of lost my life, and now I can't find it. How does one lose one's life? A while back, this fella tells me I can earn a few bob doing his cushy job. I was out of work at the time, so I thought, why not, you know? Makes sense. Yeah, I thought so too, until I realized I'd been had. Fella threw me in a dark hole and had been digging all day and night, working like a dog I was. It sounds like whatever he was paying you, it wasn't worth it. I haven't even told you the worst bit yet. I finally finished the job and I head home, yeah? But everything's been switched around while I'm in the hole, and I can't find my house or my family. Oh gosh, maybe you traveled through time like us. Who? Where now? I don't really follow, but I do know I've been out here on my own for a while now. The only thing I've got to pass the time are these puzzles I do. Here, try one. That's very interesting to note though. What tunnel were you building? You've dug some tunnels, but they've ended up looking like an ant farm. You have to connect A to A, B to B and C to C, but you can't use the same path twice. In order to do this, however, one of your connections must go above ground. Is this connection A, B or C? That is a very good question. Okay, going to A, you have to go through here. Let's take this road first. Oh, this one leads above ground. Okay, there is another route here that we can take. Going there. I think it will be A then. Actually, because otherwise you go to C. Or you go... No, I meant to press A.
Here's my answer.
I mean, no, C is of course I was going to go with C. Yeah. Wonderful, you can make all 3 connections if C goes above ground. I was distracted by C. Good job there, chappie. I can tell you're a thinker. You remind me of my son. A right know-it-all he is, but he's a good boy, really. He used to love it when I'd give him a puzzle to work on. I do wish I could see the little tyke again. Well, we all do, don't we? Oh. Cripes, it broke. Well, what do you expect when you go around prodding everywhere? Okay, sorry, but Professor, I wasn't prodding it that hard. Look, I'm sorry, I should probably be more careful. Indeed you should. Now let's see what kind of damage you've caused here. What's this? I do believe this leads somewhere interesting. Let's have a look at what's on the other side. But isn't this trespassing, Professor? Professor, wait for me! Ah, so this is where it leads. Can we leave now, Professor? The casino staff won't be happy if they find us in here. Haha, you worry too much, Luke. It's only the mob. Maybe so, but I still think we should leave now. Oh, prod, 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 prod. How very strange. I do believe we found a hidden puzzle. Well, that's why we prod. Here are 3 strange symbols. A, B and C. If A is 63... Yeah... and B is 89, what on earth could C be? You can take it for granted that C will be a 2-digit number as well. Well, I mean, it makes sense, right? No, it does not. It looks... How did you get to 6 though? Because I can understand 3. Okay, and you are 80. I get the 80 and I get the 9. I don't get the 6. So this, I would say, is 04. But 04 is not a 2-digit number. Bum bum. Maybe we have to look at it differently then. Maybe from another angle. I know you can't see me switching the page, but... what if... Okay, that makes a 6. 89, right? Yeah, that makes... and that makes 52. Okay, maybe that? Because the other one, the first one we did, didn't really make sense. Yes, it is.
Well, that's settled.
It is settled, yeah. Correct, the answer is 52. When the symbols are rotated 90 degrees clockwise and the line is drawn down the middle, they appear at 63, 89 and 52. I suppose that takes care of that? It does take care of that. It looks like we're on the right track, Professor. Here's the Thames. Indeed, and it looks as majestic as ever. I suppose some parts of London never change, even after 10 whole... Hey, that wasn't there before. You've noticed it as well then, Luke? That has to be the biggest lighthouse I've ever seen, and I'm sure it wasn't there before. Judging by its almost pristine condition, it must have been erected fairly recently. Probably, maybe. It's a coin though. Stairs, stairs, stairs. Good day, fine gents. Isn't the view from here absolutely glorious? It most certainly is, sir. Truly, it's nothing short of breathtaking. Psst, Professor, look at this man. Do you suppose he could be part of the family? What's that, boy? I'm standing right here. If you have something to say it to my face. What's more, I don't appreciate being associated with those drabbily clad ruffians. Look at this suit. See the stitching? This was custom made in Italy. Italy, I say! I'm ever so sorry, sir. I meant no offense. I never thought you were one of them, really. Well, as long as you acknowledge your outrageous mistake, I'm willing to let bygones be bygones. Just to assuage any lingering doubts as to my identity, however, allow me to introduce myself. Before you stands London's most distinguished, dashing and debonair man. The name's Graham. I would tell you to remember the name, but I know you can't possibly forget. Got it. Graham, London's most distinguished, dashing and... I forgot the last one. But I won't forget the name, I promise. Okay, don't know why you are important. You look like one of the scientists that was taken, kidnapped. Hello. Oh, hello there. Say, do you happen to know if this is the way to Chinatown? I reckon this path will most likely take you there, eh? You reckon? Haven't you taken this path before? Nah, chance. I have a feeling something could happen to me down that way. Something bad. Like, I could get into a Remy with the family lot. Am I better off just staying here and solving puzzles? Henchman hunt. I'm afraid there might be some of that family lot up ahead. There's no telling what they'd do if they spotted me. I've taken up a hiding spot behind this wall, so I can take a wee peek without being found. Could you please help me out just how many henchmen are actually out there? Okay, you keep getting up. 1, 2, 3. It's just the one there. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 40 had you. I don't think I've had you. No, I have. So I think it is 8 unless I'm missing someone. Let's take a look again. No, I didn't count that one. There we go. 9 people then. Hey Teddy. Teddy wants to say hi. Hi Teddy.
That's a relief.
That's right. Cravens, 9 henchmen. Oh, what right to be afraid. Ooh, and a sticker. Huh, you've solved my puzzle. Looks like you nip out of the family lot then. They're not so bright, see? Of course not. We're no family minions. I'm Luke, and this here is the famous Professor Layton. What? Layton, you say? Of course he's not a family minion. He's the head honcho. Help! Somebody help me! Oops, I forgot how the name Layton scares the living daylights out of people in this time. Yes, it's unfortunate, but people do seem to think I'm a criminal. On a more interesting note, have a look at the ground, Luke. Wet shoes again. Or maybe it has to do with the River Thames then? That's how you could get your feet wet. Those footprints must belong to the man we just ran off. Come to think of it, his shoes and trousers were soaking. But why? It's a bit chilly to go out for a swim, don't you think? Indeed. So how did he get so wet? Men in white laboratory coats seem to be all over this part of town, but the odd thing is that their trouser bottoms and shoes are always soaking wet. What reason could they have for walking around London with wet feet? Maybe there's no other way for them to get across. That woman, who could she be? She's like a ghost that's been haunting me ever since we came to this London. Has my future self really forgotten the vow I made the day she gave me this hat? I've striven to be the gentleman she believed me to be, but what about him? Perhaps it is as future Luke said. I became obsessed with turning back time, back to the time of that experiment. London appears to have changed significantly over the last 10 years. None of its sights are familiar to me anymore. Has the statue of the gentleman and the young boy always been there? One thing is certain though, the big lighthouse overlooking the Thames is a recent addition. We encountered a man in a white lab coat standing on the iron bridge. When we asked him for directions, however, he promptly ran away, apparently mistaking me for the boss of the family. That's the second man we've seen in a lab coat, and oddly, both had wet shoes and trousers. What possible reason could there be for going about in damp clothing? Puzzle? It's our lucky day. We seem to have stumbled across a hidden puzzle. Just poke at the bridge and the water and everything. 3 different types of tin food are randomly stacked up. You need to arrange them into stacks of the same food. However, if there are any tins on top of the tin you want to move, you have to move them all at once. Also, you can't have more than 6 tins in a stack. Sounds easy, right? Oh, one more thing. You have to do it in 6 moves or fewer. Of course I do. Because why wouldn't I be forced to do that? Right. Was that 6 or fewer? Right. Was it 6 or fewer? It was 6 or fewer. Woo!
Just as I suspected.
Spectacular. Now everything is in order. Nice. And that, as they say, is that. Let's continue on ahead. You know, Professor, what with all the trees and stuff, this hill is a bit creepy. What's the matter, Luke? You're not afraid of seeing a ghost, are you? Come on, Professor. I know you would never believe in something so unscientific. Unscientific, you say? Yeah, there's no proof that ghosts exist. And a man of science like you would never fear something as silly as ghosts, eh, Luke? Well, maybe just a little. Do you know what I want? I want a Scooby-Doo game. Like, a scary one. And now just one in which you have to solve an adventure, a good Scooby-Doo game. I spy with my little eye a hidden puzzle. There are a lot of them here. You want to pave your garden using one of these 5 types of paving stones. However, only one of these shapes will, when used repeatedly, cover every part of the garden apart from the star-shaped flower pots. The paving stone shapes can be rotated but not flipped. Okay, yeah. Which type of paving stone should you use? Okay, how big are they? This looks like it wouldn't work. Right? No, it wouldn't work here, for example. So no B. And C wouldn't work. And you can't overlap, right? Used repeatedly, cover every part of apart from the... E. So I don't think you... E can, because you can put it over here, and put it like this, put it like this, and put it like this. It's E! E is the way to go without overlapping or having to do anything else like that. Well done, E is the paving stone you need to use, as you can see above. Being able to make good use of stones is a useful skill for a gardener. Ah, I knew I could do it. Of course you can. Oh, there's a bee. I can't stop looking at this curious flower and the strange little insect that's buzzing about it. Around it, sorry. It's so curious. So very curious indeed. Psst, oi, you two, look sharp. You've got a lost look about you. Do you know where you are? I must confess we do not. It's our first time in this area. Listen, I could be wrong, but it looks like you two are a couple of fine upstanding citizens. I'm a nice fella, so I'll clue you in. You're standing right in the middle of the Black Market Bazaar. Black Market? Whoa! Well, is right, Sonny. We sell a lot of dodgy stuff out here, and no one questions where it come from. If it was me and those shiny loafers of yours, I'd keep my head down and leg it, quick as I could. That would seem prudent indeed. Before we go, though, I've got a question. Why do people come all the way out here to shop? Listen, son, the things for sale here, let's just say you won't find them at the local corner shop. But come to the bazaar and we can say what treasures you'll find. Oh, I suppose you mean antiques and other rare items? I think we've asked enough questions for one day, Luke. Let's move on, shall we? You two be careful. Oh, and if you're ever in the market for something, hard to find, swing by. Catty? Oh, hello there, Mr. Cat. Meow, meow, meow. What is he saying, Luke? He says he's in a bit of a jam, Professor. Of course the cat has a puzzle. This tomcat is trying to meet up with his sweetheart. However, there are dogs on the squares marked with X's. And if the tomcat comes within 3 squares of one, they'll pick up his scent and chase him off. Rest assured that the dogs can't smell through walls, though. Which entrance out of A, B, C and D should the tomcat take so that he can be safely reunited with his lady friend? Well, I would say... like, you could just take D. Because he's not within 3 squares. Because if you follow... but C would work then as well. B wouldn't work. A wouldn't work. But C does too. Because you could just... oh no, you would have to go through there. No, it is C. D would come close to an X as well. I didn't see that, but then
That's a
we
relief.
did. Perfect. The answer is C. Reunited at last. Tomcatty. Meow, meow. I know, I'm glad we could help as well. Yes, glad to be of service. Good job, Layton. This looks cozy. I'm sure they're going to be very happy to see us here. Okay, and then we talk to the brute. Talk to the brute. Oi, just what do you think two you're doing? No one passes through this gate here. Now clear off or we'll be having more than words with each other. I see. What nerve? They're just a pair of brutes, don't you agree? Professor, what are you thinking about? Tell me, Luke, do those two remind you of anyone we know? Huh? It's not an exact match, but they do bear an odd resemblance to a certain pair of fellows. Of course, you're talking about Inspector Chelmy and Barton. I am. The similarities are quite striking, don't you think? Not really, no. Big guy in charge? Check. Small assistant? Check. But something tells me the inspector wouldn't take kindly to being told he resembles a criminal. Speaking of the inspector, did his presence at that event seem at all odd to you? Event? Do you mean the time machine presentation? Yes, why do you suppose a police inspector was invited to an event like that in the first place? Well, he's cracked quite a few tough cases. Maybe his celebrity status got him invited. Yes, I assumed the same thing. After all, pseudo-celebrity status is what got you and me our tickets. Pseudo-celebrity? Nonsense! You're the great Professor Layton! The modern-day English gentleman. Ha! I hate to say it, Luke, but I think you're the only one who'd heap that kind of phrase on me. From what I saw, almost everyone there was either from the media or London high society. The inspector and I were clear exceptions to an otherwise homogeneous list of names. So the question looms before us. Why did Dr. Stangun, whoever he is, invite the inspector and me? But I wouldn't give to hear the inspector's take on the event. Yeah, it's too bad we'd have to go back to our time to ask him. Wait a second. What if the inspector is still working here in the future? He could be. Professor, there you are. Ah, hello, Luke. I couldn't help but overhear you as I ran up. Did you say you'd like to meet the inspector? Yes, ideally we would meet him back in our time, while the events of that time are still fresh. I think we can make that happen. But how? Let's continue this conversation where we can't be seen or heard, shall we? Why don't we head over to the wooded area to the west? Sure, for this... Oh. No, not for door. Oh look, a hidden puzzle. The green frame and 6 orange blocks below are all composed of identical equilateral triangles. The frame can be completely filled using 5 of the 6 blocks. The blocks can be freely rotated and flipped to fit into the frame. Circle the one block that isn't used. That's going to be a bit of a doozy now, isn't it? Okay, but how many spaces do we have? We have 1, 2, 7... No, that's 7. Am I being stupid? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Okay, 22. Then we have 4 here, 3 here, 2 here, 5 here, 4 here, and 6 over here, which is going to make 86, 6, 12, 80, it's 20, it's 24, so we need 2 less. So I would say that just based on
Let's
how
see
many
if I've got
numbers
this
we
right.
need. Yes!
Just as I suspected.
Excellent. Was it difficult to assemble in your head? There's actually a really easy way to solve this puzzle. Did you find it? Yeah, I did actually do it that way. I'm happy that it worked. Nothing like a bit of exercise for the brain to put a spring in your step. I fully agree with that one. There, much better. I don't think anyone is likely to overhear us now. You mentioned that there is a way for us to visit the inspector in our own time. I can only imagine that this means going back to 10 years ago. Is such a thing possible? Indeed, Professor, but the only way to do it is to use the wormhole in the clock shop. But the door to the clock shop is locked. How are we going to get in? That shouldn't be a problem. I can get the door open for you. Strange. Why is it that you have such easy access to the wormhole? I promise I'll explain everything when we get there. Please trust me on this. But for now, let's return to the clock shop on Midland Road. But what about our plan to head into Chinatown? That will have to be put on the back burner for now. The situation has changed. Okay. Normally we would end here, but because there wasn't an episode yesterday, we are going to continue through this chapter. Chapter 4, Back to the Present. It's still all very odd and very fake. Say, when was that lighthouse on the river built? About 5 years ago. Did anyone comment on its peculiar location? Building a structure like that in the middle of the river seems to serve little purpose. That's not untrue, Professor, but let's discuss the city later. We need to make for the clock shop. He is not very eager to talk. Oh, thank goodness you're here. London's most debonair man requires some assistance. Alright. What's the matter? It's that blasted bird over there. The dreadful creature swooped down and plucked my best cufflinks right off my sleeves. What bird? That bird. Oh, that must be the bird that fellow is talking about. Oh wow, a parrot. Don't just stand there staring. Grab the winged menace before it flaps off. You may not have noticed, sir, but we're in a bit of a hurry here. Look, listen to yourself. Don't you remember what the professor always says? Helping people in need is the duty of every gentleman. A very good point, Luke. Very well then, let's think. This bird clearly likes shiny objects. Excuse me, sir, would you happen to have anything shiny we could borrow for a moment? Of course, what sort of gentleman would I be without a proper accoutrement? Here, I always carry a garnet for when I see to accessorize with a little flash. Oh dear. What's wrong? Curses, the garnet has fallen to the bottom of my case and I can't reach it. You're not making it very easy for us to help you. It's also interesting because young Luke knows that he can just talk to the bird. A red garnet has fallen to the bottom of this cluttered briefcase. Can you move the garnet to the opening at the top by sliding the clutter out of the way? No, I can't. Maybe someone else can. This is going to be a little quickie where I get you back in at the end. Yeah. That didn't take as long as I thought it would take, to be quite honest with you.
Success!
Great, just look at that sparkling gem. Aha, there we are. With any luck, this flashy gem will attract the parrot. See if you can tame him when he gets close. Leave it to me. Right then, here goes. Here he comes. Don't worry, boy, we won't hurt you. You don't say. You know, that bird seems pretty fond of you, Luke. Are you friends now? Why doesn't he know that we can talk to birds? Of course. Or to animals said, well, now that you're friends, why don't you give him a name? Good idea, Professor, but what should I name him, huh? Usually I would go with Polly. So let's go with Polter. Yes. Hello, nice to meet you. I'm Polter. Hello there, I'm Luke. It's nice to meet you, Polter. Nice work, Luke, that was amazing. Of course, what else would you expect from the apprentice of the great Professor Layton? The parrot minigame has been added to the trunk. You have a new feathered friend, Polter the parrot. The parrot minigame has been added to the trunk. First, have the parrot play with Luke to learn the basics. Once you've done that, you'll have the chance to do lots more with your parrot friend. Thank goodness you called that fluffy fiend. What fine young men you two are. Keep at it and one day you will each become a true gentleman, just like myself. Glad we could help. Here's your garnet and I believe these cufflinks are yours too. Oh yes, there we are. With these in place I'm even more devastatingly handsome than before. Now I believe you two young men deserve something for your trouble. Oh, there's really no need, sir. Helping people is reward enough for any gentleman. Okay. Today's the big day. At last I shall propose to the most enchanting woman in all of London. Propose a business partnership, that is. Gosh, how exciting. Oh yes, at last Belle, radiant goddess that she is, will help me realize my life's ambition. I plan to start a clothing line. As you can see, I'm no stranger to style myself, but no one has their finger on the pulse of fashion like that girl. Every genius needs a muse. That was mine. Oh, well, good luck with that. Good luck indeed. The two chaps guarding the gate bore striking resemblance to Inspector Chelmy and Constable Barton, which reminded me they had also been at the time machine presentation. I do wonder why they were invited to such a gathering of luminaries. I think we should return to our own time and have a word with the inspector. On the way back to the clock shop we encountered a fellow named Graham, who was rather upset because his cufflinks had been stolen by a mischievous parrot. Naturally, no English gentleman could leave someone in such a pickle. Thanks to the efforts of both Lukes, we were able to befriend the parrot and recover the cufflinks. I know we have stuff here. Okay, let's put some in. A white thing that had been left on the counter. I don't even know where the menu. I forgot to ask. A little while later, a person arrived, the first customer of the day. What awful rain. I'll have a. Please make it piping hot. But just as they focused, rain has chilled me to the bone. I'll have a drink, please. The manager wasn't back yet, so I set to work making a hot cocoa for the first customer and the coffee that's next. Oh no, I thought, I can't find... My goodness, I thought it was actually a customer, regular cafe. But look at this white thing I found. Lucky or what? What was that? Oh right, my order. The customer leaned over, placed white thing on the counter, said, "Isn't it a beauty? However, I'm afraid I can't make your drink. There's no white thing." The customer and another drink. The manager. Okay, do we have another white thing? We'll do this later, of course. And the parrot. Hey Poulter, let's have some fun. Squawk! Right, so all you have to do is bring that apple to me. Think you can do it? Squawk! Your parrot has generously volunteered his services as a delivery bird. Unfortunately, the heavy objects he has to carry make it hard for him to fly properly. Predict his flight path and use ropes to create perches that will guide him to the recipient. Create a perch for your parrot by connecting any two dots with a rope. The number of ropes at your disposal changes with each delivery request. The position and angle of each perch will affect your parrot's flight trajectory. Build efficient perches that will help your parrot get to his destination as quickly as possible. Ropes can't cross over each other, also you can't attach more than one rope to the same post. Touch clear to remove all the ropes you've drawn from the screen. Yes, yes, yes. When the parrot lands on the flat perch, he will return to his basic flight path and the next takes off. Using a number of well-placed perches, your parrot can fly to very high places. Complete the course by guiding your parrot over to the delivery recipient. During delivery, if your parrot flies off the side of the screen or falls, you must start again. Your parrot must also reach the recipient before time runs out, so keep an eye on the time limit. Sure. We can do this. I made too many, didn't I? Well done. Oh, great, Polter. You got that apple to me in no time. Oh, great. Oh, great. Whenever you want to have another go, just give me a squawk, won't you? Let's play, let's play. Is it going to be the same? Yeah, it is. No, it's another one. So definitely that. No! Poor Polter. But you definitely have to go on that. Would you go with that? No. Because he is going to get over there anyway. Yeah. Okay, well, there we go. Well, great, Polter. Okay, can we do another one? Okay, yeah, sure. Sure. Can we just yeet him to the other side? Oh, he did a slidey. Ooh, didn't know that we could do that. Right, so all you have to do... Yes, we know. Oh, it's just the same thing again. Yeah, we have already done that. Okay, so now we just continue. And now we go here. Let's take the path on the left up here. The left? Will that way take us back to Midland Road as well? It will, and in half the time. Thank you for telling me only now. Ooh, hello, little fella. Who might you be? Huh? I see you staring at me. What do you need, boy? Oh, nothing, sir. I just saw you there and I thought I'd say hello. Ha! Ha ha ha! You've got some guts trying to say hello to me. Makes me laugh. It's been a while since I had myself a chuckle like that. Let me thank you with a puzzle. Where's my coat? In a story. The 4 children below were playing in a park when they suddenly realized that they had to go home. In their haste, however, they mixed up their coats. I left my coat in the park. Hey, A's name is written in this coat. Oh no, I didn't bring a coat out with me, but now I'm wearing someone else's. This coat isn't mine. Who's wearing this coat? Okay, so you are wearing his. Oh no, I didn't bring a coat out with me, but now I'm wearing someone else's. Okay, so you weren't supposed to have one, and your coat isn't yours. so the only one who is wearing it can be C.
Here's my answer.
Right? Yeah! I feel like these puzzles now still are very easy. Let this puzzle be a lesson to you. If you're careless with your things, you'll lose them. Here, take this. I found it over there. You must have left it behind the last time you were here. A sticker. Midland Road is just on the other side of the door. I'll go and open it. Hey, the door's locked. Locked? It can't be. Watch over, look. I'll get it open. How strange. It really is locked. Look at this, you two. There's an unusual set of numbers embedded in the door. A puzzle. To open the door, place 4 numbered tiles in the blank spaces so that all the conditions set forth by the equations are fulfilled. Placing a numbered tile into a blank space enters it into the equation in the positions above and below that space. Oh, holy hell no. The game was like, oh, you thought this was too easy? Ha! Ha, I say. Look at us solving that ourselves without any help of the interwebs because I'm too bad at equations and stuff. There are more actually. Okay, cool. Wonderful work, Big Luke. I think it's a little early for congratulations, Professor. The door still won't open. If the puzzle isn't keeping the door shut, what is? Well, I suppose it's time for Plan B. This might seem too obvious, but would you two help me give this door a push? Certainly. It does seem we've run out of other options after all. Ready, everyone? All together on 3. 1, 2, 3. Ah! Oh. Sorry. What's that man doing on the ground? Haha, this fellow must have fallen asleep against the door. It just goes to show that every puzzle has an answer. Well, think fast, Professor, because that answer is coming this way and he doesn't look happy. Oi, what do you think you're doing kicking down my napping door? You woke me up. We're terribly sorry, sir. Please understand we had no idea you were there. Oh, not you again. Look, I can't deal with that hat of yours right now. I'm out of here. Oh dear, I seem to have driven that poor man off. I wouldn't pay you too much heed, Professor. Besides, we need to keep moving towards the clock shop. We're nearly there now. But first... So, spill the beans. Just how much trouble has that hat got you into? Oh, nothing serious, I assure you. Really? Still, that's trouble if you ask me. But never mind that. Now that you're here, there's something I'd like your help with. Thirsty work. Rubbing his back, the waiter decided wearily and said, I always use the same box to carry as many glasses as I can at a time, but there's one type of glass that I really hate carrying. One of the 4 glass types pictured here. Which one is the waiter talking about? Keep in mind that they all weigh the same. Like carrying in the same box because it would be an unusual fit. So the other things, I would almost say, I would say B because that's the only stackable one.
I've got a good
So then you can stack and it would be too heavy or something. You could reason that. Very good. The glass type in question is B. This is the only kind of glass that's stackable, which means that you can fit a lot into the box, making it very heavy and a pain to carry. Well, just because you can doesn't mean you should. What's the deal with that hat of yours then? You must be awfully attached to it if you keep it on knowing it could cause you trouble. You're quite right about that. I dare say this hat is one of my most prized possessions. Well, I can see there's no persuading you to take it off. Be careful out there though. These days it seems like there's trouble around every corner in London. There might be. We're not talking to the drunk again.
Watch out, Professor! There's a bee over there!
Now, Luke, I'm sure he won't hurt us, as long as we don't bother him.
If you say so.
You know, I've never seen a bee quite like this. Can you try talking to him, Luke?
I suppose I can try.
Well, look at Mr. Tall out here. Clearly he knows a bee of distinction when he sees one.
Wow. You're not like any bee I've ever met.
Isn't that what I just said? Well, it's true. I'm no run-of-the-eye bee, but I do try to blend in.
You'd probably have better luck blending in if you didn't talk.
Sure, whatever you say, smart guy. But listen, I've got something you should hear.
Yeah.
You know those puzzles you don't get around to solving? Well, they all come hang out with me.
Yeah, we know.
You see, I have what you might call one of them magnetic personalities.
Do you know?
Wait, are you saying you've got the same job as Granny Riddleton?
Granny who? I don't know no grannies. But my name is Beasley. I'm gonna tell you how to peruse those puzzles now. So listen good.
Huh. I'm all ears.
Tap that flower over there to see a list of all the puzzles I've got. It's as simple as that. So anytime you get a craving to solve some of the puzzles you left behind, come here. Did that all make sense? Because people tell me I do tend to drone on. Get it? Drone?
Not really, no.
It makes perfect sense.
All right then. You have fun with those puzzles, and I'll be here if you need me.
Okay, well, I don't think we have left any behind. They tell you usually at the end of a chapter. Watch out, fellas. Can't you see you standing in the middle of a building site? It's good to see that you're making progress with the construction work. If only that were the case. We've had a snack, see? Look at these boards here. They're a very odd shape. What are you using them for? Diddly squat. I've got crates of these things, but I can't use them. I need square boards, you see? What's I meant to do? Well, you asked the professor for a little bit of help, and then we cut it right up for you. It's oddly shaped, though it means that the two pieces can be... Well, you just do it like that, and then you can squeeze them right on. That's not that difficult, you could have done that yourself.
Well, that's settled.
Sharp answered, it wasn't too hard, was it? No, it was really easy. Hey, look at that. One cut and I've got square boards. Thanks for the idea, mate. You're very welcome indeed. There's the shop. The door was locked earlier and no one would answer it when we knocked. That's because you didn't know the secret knock. Watch this. Come on in. Go on, try the door now. It looks like no one's here. Tee-hoo, but look who's back. Ah, what are you doing hiding there? I see you've learned a secret knock, dearie. Actually, I was the one who did the knocking. Spring, is Cock around? Ah, there you are, Luke. Cock's in the back room. Oh, so you know the owners of the clock shop, Luke? I must have forgotten to mention that earlier, but yes, Spring and Cock have been helping me. I think Cock can explain better than I can, though. You should ask him. Alright, let's hear what he has to say. I'm, for one, am curious as to learn what the man has to say to us, because he lured us here without telling us what would happen. And we have some new hint coins. Hello, Cock. I thought I heard voices out front. Nice to see you again, Professor. And, Luke, the Professor's apprentice. Yes, Luke, of course. Would you mind telling them about the wormhole and how it all started, Cock? I think it would help to have everyone on the same page. It would be my pleasure. Now then, Luke. The smaller Luke, that is. Yes? Tell me, lad, what does this contraption behind me look like to you? A big old clock. Right you are. By my estimate, this clock is well over 100 years old. The old girl needs a lot of TLC to keep chugging along, so I spent quite a bit of time on maintenance. I was right in the middle of oiling her gears one day when two family thugs burst in. Here we go. This has got to be the place the boss was talking about. To your right. Hey boss, there's a big clock here, just like you said. It's a proper antique look. Hey you, what do you think you're doing barging into my shop? Get your hands off my clock. Shut it, you old codger. You don't tell us what to do. Don't you know who you're dealing with? I'm dealing with a load of clods who won't get out of my shop. I'd keep a civil tongue in my head if I were you, Granddad. Now get out of the way. We've got a schedule to keep here. What are you clowns waiting for? Get to work! If you don't get a move on, things won't be ready in time for you-know-who. Sorry boss, we're doing our best, but Granddad here's got his knickers in a twist. Now throw him out into the street, you numpty. Let me go, you villains. We're just gonna go for a little walk, alright, Granddad? You keep your filthy hands off my clock, you hear me? We're just about on schedule, but we have to wait until the exact time the boss said to turn this thing on. Why would that be important if it's a time machine? But that's all I heard before those brutes threw me out of my own shop. It wasn't until later that I found out what the fucks wanted from my little clock shop. See, the family was funding the construction of a time machine by a group of scientists. I think the idea was to use it to create some kind of wormhole. But how could they do that? Search me, it was all mumbo-jumbo, something about opening up a vortex in the flow of time. Anyway, things didn't go exactly to plan for whatever reason. I see, so someone this whole in time appeared in this clock of yours. That's more or less it. This clock has been ticking away for over 100 years. My guess is that something about the clock's age caused the warp point to gravitate to this point. The wormhole, or whatever it's called, became a part of my clock. The thing is, I'm the only one who can keep the old girl running, which means, like it or not, I'm the only person who can open and close the wormhole. Whoa, that's really weird. It's a burden is what it is. Once the family realized, they forced me to work the clock for them. After a while, I caught wind of Cox's situation. It goes without saying that he's not a member of the family. In fact, the family's been nothing but a source of trouble for him. It certainly sounds like it. So I approached Cock and Spring and explained my plan to them. They agreed to help, and Cock fired up the machine so that I could get my message to you. And upon receiving your letter, I let my curiosity take a look at myself on the journey that led here. Well, you could have easily solved it just by going back in time and starting up a life there. That's quite a plan you concocted, Big Luke. Thank you, but it's about to get even more interesting. Oh? Professor, with Cock's help we can send you and Luke back to your own time. You'll be able to speak to Inspector Chelmy there. But you will come back to put a stop to what's going on here when you're finished, won't you? You of all people should know the answer to that question, Luke. I keep my promises and I intend to solve the problem here. It's what a gentleman would do. Thank you, Professor. That was exactly the answer I was hoping for. I wouldn't dream of leaving things here in this state. You said it yourself, Luke. The only one who can stop Herschel Layton is Herschel Layton himself. Haha, that's true. My apologies. I should never have doubted you. No, you shouldn't have. Let me see here. Yep, you've solved at least 30 puzzles. Seems you've done enough research to take your investigation back to your own time. Hopefully you learned something that will help us clear up the terrible situation here. Yes, I hope so. Now then, Cog, if you would be so kind as to start up the clock. I hope you'll understand if I stay here. I don't wish to risk distorting the events of the past any more than necessary. I agree. Besides which, the poor inspector's eyes would likely pop out of his head if I turned up with 2 Lukes. Wow, that actually sounds quite funny. Too bad you can't come, Big Luke. Okay, she's all ready to go. Let's get going. Here we are. I feel sick. Are you going to be alright, Luke? You look positively bee green. I feel sort of seasick. My ears are all stuffy and the ground feels like it's made of marshmallow. That would be time sickness. The first jump I made, I didn't feel very well either. Well, Cog, we're going to head off now and see what we can find out. Sounds good. I'll be here waiting for you. Just use that special knock and let you in. Excellent. I was wondering how we'd contact you if you went back to your own time while we were out. Yep, that would be a pain, alright. Now, you two should get moving. I'd like to get home in time for dinner. Well, that shouldn't be a trouble again because you have a time machine. There are some things that don't match up. There's no doubt about it, Professor. We're back in our time. The surroundings here certainly do seem familiar. Phew, all this time travel has really worn me out, you know. Yes, I could do with a rest myself, but we mustn't keep Gog waiting. You're right, so shall we go and find Inspector Chelmy? That will be our second stop. I'd like to drop by my office at the university first. For a quick rest? Not quite. I need to check a few things before our meeting with Inspector Chelmy. Preparation, my boy, is the foundation upon which every good investigation is built. Right you are, Professor. Now that we're back in our own time, we can reach the university in a matter of minutes by bus. Let's go, Luke. Stas en skaven. Hehehe. And how are you doing, boy? I'm fine, thank you. It's always a surprise to see you again. Again? What's this again business? Hehehe. I just thought I'd give you some advice is all. Alright, what is it? Not many folks know this, but when you solve puzzles, you can earn these. Oh, if you're going to talk about pickerets, we already know about them. Well, kihihi, is that so? Well, who cares? It's not all that great a secret anyway. Okay, well, thank you. We really should go now. We've got a lot to do. Wait, don't just run off like that. I have a puzzle. Yes, that's right. I have a puzzle for you. He just wants to be friends. Lost in an unfamiliar town, you ask a passerby for directions to the clock tower. He helpfully tells you, go straight from here, then turn left at the first corner, turn right at the next corner, then turn left at the next corner, and it will be in front of you. Assuming that you start from somewhere on the map below, where's the clock tower? Go straight from here, then turn left at the first corner, turn right at the next corner, then turn left. Well, you can't turn left from there. Go up, then turn left, then turn right, then turn left. You can't go left from there. Go up, turn left. You can't go right from there. Go left, no. Go left, turn right. No, you can't do that either. So what would the answer be? So it's not you, not you, not you, not you, not you. To turn left, turn right, turn left. That could be it. To H. Then H is the
How
thingamabob.
about this? No puzzle can stop Layton's apprentice.
That's right, H marks the location of the clock tower. You are standing at A and facing D when the passerby gave you the directions. How was that for a fun puzzle? It's in your top 10, surely? Well, not really. It was okay, I suppose. What? Just okay? Yeah, oh I see, you're playing it cool. You don't want to let on that my puzzle knocked your socks off. That's one way of putting it. At least we got some new stickers. Oh, hello. Hey there, Squirt. What can I do for you? I noticed there's a bus stop up ahead. London still has a bus service, doesn't it? Of course, we've got more buses than you can take a stick at. What an odd question. Brilliant. Did you hear that, Professor? The buses are running. I heard, look. Your exuberance is appreciated, but we don't want to unsettle our friend here. Just crikey, I've never seen someone so chuffed about taking the bus. Well, if you like buses, you're going to love this little number. I was on a double-decker bus, and the conductor told me that, including myself, there were 25 passengers on the bottom deck. He also told me that the number of passengers on the top deck was 40% of the number on the bottom deck. How many people were on the bus in total? So... 20... Wait. You have 25, and there are... and there's 40% of that number on the bottom deck is up. So that would be another 10, and then you have the bus driver, so that's 36. Right?
This one's as
Right.
good as solved.
No? What do you mean,
I
no?
don't know what to say.
No, I don't want to unlock a hint, but I do want to try again. On top in the conductor zone, including just the number of passengers on the top deck. Okay, let's look this up. It said 37, but how did you get to
This one's
37?
as good as solved. I knew it.
Yeah, good job. They were own. This amounts to 37. If you add the conductor and bus driver. Oh, yeah. Oh, do they have that? In the Netherlands, we don't have a conductor. You just have the driver. Oh, well, cool. I learned something about England, I guess. You know, I'm something of a bus aficionado myself. The old double-deckers mind. None of that bendy busness. Okay, well, now we know that at least. I didn't know that double-deckers had that. Well, hello again, boys. I trust you found yourself some nice, shiny hint coins. We have, thanks in no small part to your expert direction. Delighted to be of assistance, so where's my thank you? Of course, ma'am. Please forgive me for not issuing proper thanks. We're very grateful for your help. Yes, thank you. We never would have found them without the help of a wise old lady like yourself. Now, just a moment there, half-pint. Who are you calling old? They don't call me Flawless Florence for nothing, you know. I'm as fit and nimble as a teenager, and you spit when you talk. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to call you old. I know how sensitive some elderly people can be about their age. There you go again. Elderly? Well, I never. Looks like I'll have to teach you a lesson the old-fashioned way, with a puzzle. Here, have a puzzle, because I'm angry with you. I was considered quite a catch in my younger days, you know. This is a picture of me back then, along with 3 of my handsome suitors. A few moments after this photo was taken, one of these gents expressed his love for me by presenting me with a heart. Which one of these men, A to C, is the suitor in question? I don't know enough about the violin to say anything about that, to be quite honest with you. Okay, maybe, like, you could fold the book into a heart shape. Maybe she means that?
Here's my answer.
Yes, yes, that's what she meant. Oh, you little slime ball. It was him alright. He made a heart out of the magazine he was holding. Quite a creative gesture, eh? There's no inspiration like true love. You two are pretty sharp when it comes to solving puzzles. I'll give you that. The compliment means all the more coming from a lady such as yourself, Florence. I do hope our paths cross again sometime. Teehee, now you're making me blush. You can sweet talk me all you like, but you should know I'm a married woman. I think that lady has taken a shine to you, Professor. Another bookie. Let's say you are the Auntie Lily. Okay, so that's not... Oh, you can be... Yeah, you can be it. And another customer. You can have a coffee. So now we have more information on. It seems the purpose of the big clock in Cock's shop is to activate a wormhole. It's no wonder he and Spring are resentful towards my future self, given the way his band of fuck burst into their shop. Anyway, Cock says he can help us return to our own time. The London that greeted us when we exited the clock shop is the familiar old London that we originally left. Now is not the time for nostalgia, however. I have to drop by my office before going to meet Inspector Chelmy. No? Okay. We have to leave it off there. Let's make our way back to my office. Now then, which bus goes to Crescenhella University? The one that says Crescenhella. I have to admit that all this time traveling has got me muddled. What are we investigating now? Oh, feeling a bit disoriented, I see. I can hardly blame you. It's not every day that I travel to the future and meet my older self, you know. I think I could do with a bit of a recap of our case. Very well, let's go back over it. Do you remember why Big Luke called us to the future? To stop the evil Professor Layton. And what exactly are we stopping my future self from doing? Oh right, we want to stop you, I mean him, from completing his time machine research. Precisely, and that's why you and I were headed for Chinatown. Oh yes, it's becoming a bit less jumbled now. We couldn't get into Chinatown in the end. It was at that point that you said it would be useful if you could talk to the inspector. Yes, but at the time I had no idea we'd be able to jump back to our own time to question him. In that sense, I suppose we were pretty lucky, eh? Perhaps. Perhaps? Why, what's wrong? Is there something bothering you? There is, and it's something that we've come to investigate. Oh, we've just about reached our stop. We'll drop by my office and then it's off to see the inspector. You've arrived. Ooh, and it's the end of the chapter, so thank you so much for watching. We are going to continue in the next episode. I hope you have a lovely day. Next time we'll play Chapter 5, The Forgotten Case. I need to stop by my office to check something. After all, after that we'll go and find Inspector Chalmy.